What's up guys, Lightning Nova here and welcome back to 1000 Live. So the reason I'm playing this instead of the other game is the other game still needs time to, I still need to test that out and yeah, so by Tuesday of next week at earliest I will have the other game out, if not Friday, but it will come out sometime next week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. One of those 3 days, 4 days, I will definitely have a video up. But for now, we're gonna be playing this. Although there's one thing I was always wondering. This game has no audio, like none. Like the settings. Oh, I turned it off. Well, that would explain a lot. Maybe I'll set it up next. Now I know the sound. Um, so definitely set up the sound next video. Next time I play this, because honestly, oops, you know that was the studio thing. Um, yeah. Okay. So next time I will yeah, basically next time I have sound hopefully um some music I guess. Well, at least I don't think I have voice acting since you know there's no voice volume and usually games have voice acting voice volume. Anyway, let's hop into it. Let's off on the 7th of March. April. 7th of April. Really, was a video March. Yeah, no chance to March. Okay, so let's go with some off. I already told you it's purposeful. Seriously, all those changing between right, left, white, black, tall, and short, I think you're just trying to look intelligent without a real clue as to what you were doing. It had to be contrasting. Why do you care about what I do or don't like? It's already been a while since our first meeting in the library began, and to no one's surprise, the last thing we're doing is getting work done. It's more like we're having an argument that will never end. And by argument, I mean that Luce is on the offensive towards me with the toughness and strictness of a court-martial. It's not like this kind of treatment matters to me anyway, and considering that my mind is distracted by other thoughts right now, you could say that I'm taking it in stride. That would happen in the last episode. It only manages to upset Luce, who continues sarcastically questioning me about everything that comes to her mind. She, of course, doesn't know anything about the emails or the sender, which somehow helped me to forget about the outside world, as his library is a bubble that's impervious to everything outside of it. And why is a wolf the main character? It's no one of animals and fairy tales, but a wolf? Because I like wolves. Do you also have an issue with that? Not to mention that wolves have always been closely associated with the sun, moon, and all of those things, so it's relevant. Yes, but wolves are usually the villains in fairy tales. They eat the sheep and make life possible for shepherds and pigs. From the sheep's point of view, the shepherd's only a wolf in sheep's clothing, don't you think? Conform, you're just a pretentious hipster. Go grab your MacBook, go to Starbucks already, and don't come back here. It was you who insisted on working together. What do you plan to do after this? Illustrate my fairy tale, make a graphic novel out of it? I don't know, we can figure that out that later. For now, just having some references is okay. What I want is motivation for me to continue improving. We can't figure that out later. I don't think that's good English. Pretty sure it's we can figure that out later. I don't think actually that is supposed to be there. You are taking it very seriously. Or maybe you're overdoing it. It seems like you're more interested in making the critics happy than the readers. I only write for myself. I'm not interested in competition. It's not a right to win or gain anything. That's how losers talk. Stop joking. I've told you that writing is like a necessity. Everything else is secondary. Trying to sound interesting again? Why would writing be a necessity at all? The heck are you talking about? Are you going to force me to tell you with one of those requirements, or maybe some of your twisted rhetoric? Uh-huh. Luce, who up until now never took her eyes off me, leans back against her seat, puffs her cheeks out, and then smirks at me. No, not this time. I think it'll be a lot more fun if I try to find it out on my own. Her attitude makes me suspicious of the real meaning behind her words. However, I choose to forget about it. For now. Do what you want, it's all I'll tell you even if you're right. Oh yes, you will. What makes you think that? Because you're fair, and that's the attitude that justice demands. I sneak a peek, genuinely as this is the first time I've ever been praised by her. Don't delude yourself. Over time I've learned that being fair is more a flaw than a virtue. I can tell you firsthand. Somehow she managed to transfer flattery into an insult. But looking at her, it's difficult to tell if that was intentional or not on her part. I keep staring at her where she tries to draw something, not really thinking about anything, as if I'm trying to scrutinize her different expressions. Or scrutinize. I don't know. Focused on the sheet of paper, she tries to ignore me. Little by little, she goes nervous to the point of her pencil snapping. Are you gonna stare at me all day? I'm not really inspired to tell you the truth. You haven't even tried to open your notebook yet. How can you know if you don't try? One can sense these things. Also, I'm running out of pages, and I don't want to waste them. I already told you that I'm more into letting the story write itself. Alright, we're done here. Let's go somewhere else and take a break. We haven't even started. Break, period. We both need some fresh air. Do you have any other plans? I don't share Luce's enthusiasm as she gets up as noisily as possible in the process, but when confronted by that question from her, I can't help but remember the mall and everything that happened before I got here. She seems to notice how I'm thinking and interrogates me about it to the point that I'm forced to talk about the movie I saw in such a way that stops her from pressing me about my plans before the library. Did you watch the movie or not? Well, I can't really say watch in theory, yes, but I can't honestly say it. Now let's go. Haven't watched it either. What? Come on, let's go, let's go. We're on a date now? We leave the library before I can even blink, and before I realize it, we're watching the movie. But this time, the theater isn't empty. When it comes to understanding what's going on the screen, on the screen, and I can't really understand anything else because Lucy is sitting next to me. I'm nervous, not for the reason one would expect, but because of Lucy's unceasing and pretending laughter. It's almost like she's having a seizure while laughing, causing her to drop popcorn and spill a drink on me at collateral damage. And the worst part is that this is supposed to be a horror movie. Well, Mom was noticing spelling mistakes that I did not. If I spelling mistakes before this, I didn't notice them. There was after this, there was where I not noticed, but now I'm just noticing there are spelling mistakes. Not really spelling mistakes, the extra words that should not be there. Or words that make no sense. Mean, are you listening? I didn't receive any message, so I don't know if anyone else is coming or not. Do you mind waiting while Austin and I go take a look? Austin, Edwin, why such interest in the community, Ziva? And why do you want Austin and me to join it with you? You're annoying, Onion. I've told you a million times already. Yes, it's true that I may have lied about convincing the teachers to help you, but there's no hidden motive. It's too much work for me alone to do, and you guys are fun to have around. You shouldn't complain after how much I've helped you with Moose. Honestly, I swear I change my name every time I read it. I dedicate a sharp look to the impeccable Ziva. Finally, I give up, scratch the back of my neck, and then walk to the classroom situated behind me. Don't take too long. Our group is once again visiting Innate Institute in order to establish the damn committee once and for all. I take my seat in a familiar spot, resting my back against the chair, and forcing to stand on two of its legs with my own legs now on top of the desk. I lose track of time and then look at the ceiling and automatically twirl a pen between my fingers. Eventually, the door of the classroom finally opens again. Huh, you're back already? I stretch my neck and try to peer out the doorway, only to find someone totally unexpected. So much so in fact that it caused me to drop the chair due to its visual position. Sir, I finally found you. Claire excitedly walks over to me. You told me to join the committee, but I don't know where or when it was. Luckily, I heard that you guys would meet today, so I've been looking everywhere for it. I didn't miss anything, right? Her little hands hold mine, shaking them to greet me. But I can't find the words to speak with after what happened on our last encounter. What's that face for? Is it that time of the month? What are you even saying? I angrily break free from her hold. I'm joking. I know that guys don't have those. Why are you so concerned? Don't tell me that I've had enough. Have you held deep within you all this time the hidden desire to become a woman? What do you want from me, Claire? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why did you have to hide the fact those emails were sent by you? So that's the issue? Don't be serious, Arian. Silly? Silly? A stranger that somehow knew my email address started sending me threatening messages. Then I started having consistent encounters with you, and now you're playing dumb as if nothing ever happened, even though you admitted to doing it? How is that silly? A stranger? So that's what it's come to. Claire takes a deep breath and places her hands on her waist. I've never hid anything from you, Steven, nor lied to you. As soon as the topic came up, I told you, and I don't regret any of it, not even a little bit. It was you, after all, who made me take the first step. I did what? Wait, all that stuff you were saying the first time we met in the pond about your resolution, it was referring to me? Exactly. Although I said the first email, I didn't really feel truly prepared, but once it was started, I couldn't just leave it half-baked. You always end up wondering if what you did was the right call, but no matter how hard the decision may be, you have to accept it, no matter the consequences. And what are you trying to get? What do you want from me? What did I do to you to cause this sudden interest in me? Maybe magic? That's what I like to believe. I want to know you, Syrian. Know who you are and stay by your side. Don't you think that under any other motivation I would have had 1,000 other better ways to go about everything? I want the truth, a truth that I still can't define. After all, to me, the most important thing is that you're truthful. Truthful? What does this have to do with being truthful? How do I know that you aren't the one lying? You can't know that, Steven. Nobody can. However, you can choose what to believe. And I still believe in those prideful words with which you told me that you wouldn't regret inviting me here. Tell me, Claire. No tricks and messing around. I want the truth. All of this. All of this is. All of this is because you're in love with me. I don't know, but I like to believe that if it was love at first sight, wouldn't it become a perfect story that way? The world suddenly seems to begin spinning at double its normal pace. I have too many questions with blurred answers of no value resolution. Flee, get away from here, forget her, make her disappear, both of those are logical ideas that come to mind. But then there's Claire, slightly embarrassed and hiding under the brim of her hat, with a charming giggle easing all of my doubts. I have an answer prepared on my lips, but I'm interrupted by the always ready to pester me and her. We're here because we came. Police, legs up! What the heck are you doing now, Oz? There's someone, Edward. It's a girl. Twit and Dimwit pop up at the best part of the time, and immediately after my surprising companion. Oh, you must be Steven's friend, the idiot and the witch, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's just a little girl. False alarm. Deactivate Petra Hardier and later. Wait, did she insult us? Edwin, you know that it's a crime to get with minors, right? I never expected this fetish from you. And telling her lies about us too? You got what you deserve, so stop complaining. For starters, Score's the same age as you. She's... I apologize for joining the objection. Mom was even also looking at me curiously. And Claire repositioned her face to gaze at me, preparing herself for whatever it is that I may say about her and the consequences of such. This is Claire Augius, a friend. She studies here at Annette, so I proposed that she could join us with this committee thing, and she accepted. Mom, really? Now that you mention it, she does seem for maybe when I was studying here. Nice to meet you, Claire. I'm Leva Sheena, and the guy next to me is named Ozzy Edwine. Ozzy? Tell me the true companion. This girl can't be the same age as me. You're ruining everything I've ever believed in. All of my standards. I love hot women of all the different body types and fashion talk, but I really avoid eating the unripened fruits as a gesture of my gallantry as a gentleman. If you show me such a creature that is born of full force, what shall I from now on? What now stops me from becoming a monster? There shouldn't be a god capable of such a creation. See, I knew it. I told you so. Seriously, even more than I expected. Hey, Steven, it was unnecessary, but I'm thankful that you didn't tell him everything about me. With also making a ruckus in the background as you were trying to stop him, I can't help but sigh after Claire's words. And we're gonna stop it there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, sure, go down there, click that like button, let me know you're enjoying content. Also support the channel, and if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button, turn the pound off there, and then I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.